Hello everyone. As you can see, my caption is, how hungry are you? People will be wondering, what do I mean by that? I'll give you an example. I saw recently a woman posted a picture of diapers. She was asking people to pay, I think 30 naira per diaper, just because she said she needed money desperately and she needed to feed her family. So, although some people were coming to her aid, a lot of people were saying, "Oh, instead of you selling your diaper, instead of you selling your kids' diaper, because selling diaper to eat doesn't mean the child is not going to be putting on clothes as diaper or be nappy or whatever." Just for you to know how desperate the woman was. I mean, before someone can think about it, like, what can I sell to feed my family? She must have thought about it. She must have maybe asked for help, and no one is coming to her aid. And then she looked around her. She saw some nappies. She saw some diaper, and just felt like, why can't I sell this to make money and eat and feed my children? So imagine the level at which hunger pushed her, and that is just one person's situation. Imagine other people. I know many other people that might be in the same situation with her. So now over to you. How hungry are you? Let's say you are very hungry. You've gone everywhere that you know you can beg for food. You've asked everybody that you know can give you food, and they all keep turning you down. You've done everything within your power, and you are still not getting anything. You are still not able to feed yourself. What do you do next? What do you do? So I know one thing that probably would come to your mind is what that woman did, which is to look at what you've got, look inside your house and see what you can sell to eat, right? Maybe you decide to sell your clothes, or you decide to sell your jewelry, or you just sell something at least for that period to eat. That shows us that we can go to any extent. We can do anything to get money or to quench our hunger whenever we are hungry. That is how much hunger can push us. But now, if you can go to such an extent to do whatever that is within your capacity, this time around, good thing, not more immoral thing, not illegal things. If you can go to such an extent, if a woman can go to such an extent to say, let me sell my kids diaper to get money and feed them, why can't you apply the same energy, the same thinking, the same zeal to do anything to quench your tummy hunger? Why can't you apply the same energy to your own personal life in terms of your development? I know it's not going to, I know what I'm going to say might not go down well with some people, because a lot of people will say, oh, I might not understand. I perfectly understand. See, there will never be that time for you. There will never be that money for you. There will never be that resources that you think it's holding you back. Whatever it is that is like a challenge, that is like an obstacle, that you think it is what is holding you back, that thing will continue to hold you back until you made up your mind to say, this thing that is holding me back, what extra mile can I go to make it, to stop it from holding me back? Let's say you want to buy a course, or you want to go for a degree, or you want to study one skill or the other, and you don't even have the money to start. Imagine if it is hunger, food that you want to eat in your tummy. If that is your problem, won't you find solution to it? So your quest, your hunger for knowledge is what will drive you to stand up and say, no matter what it takes, I am going to go for this thing. Let's say you have been trying to pursue a degree for, let's say, 3 years or 4 years, and you keep telling your mind, you keep saying, I can't do this, I don't have the resources, I don't have. Meanwhile, every time when you wake up, you feel unhappy within you, you kind of feel like you are behind. You feel like you are stopped. You feel like you are standstill. You feel like your life is not moving. Why? Because you have not achieved that degree you have wanted to achieve. Why? Because you have not gone ahead to pay for that vocational skill you have wanted to learn. And what has been holding you back? Money. So what effort have you made to get the money? As long as that thing that is holding you back is still holding you back, and as long as you are still feeling unhappy, you are still feeling unfulfilled because you are not pursuing your dreams, you are not fulfilling the potentials you've got in you, you won't be happy. So if getting hungry, if you are hungry and you know that until you fulfill your tummy with food, you are not going to get over the hunger, apply that same energy into your personal life and tell yourself, if it is money that is delaying me, what other things can I do? If you can go ahead and sell your clothes, for example, to eat, why can't you do the same to buy a course or to pay for a school fees? Why? If you know that it's going to turn your life around, why can't you do the same? And believe me, I understand there's no money, we're still all struggling to get money to eat. The energy you put into it, when someone wants to do a party, when your friend call you for a party and there's something like a shabi or there's something like a family clothes that everybody needs to wear, you kind of feel like, I don't want to be left out. I need to buy this thing too, no matter what it takes. Even if I'm going to borrow money, I just have to be part of this. I don't want my friends to think maybe I don't love them, so I need to buy that clothes. Even if I'm going to beg people, I just need to buy that clothes. Why can't you use that same energy to say, this thing that is going to add value to my life, why can't I even beg money to go after it? If you can beg money, if you can borrow money, if you can take a loan, if you can do anything to get money to eat or to buy a shebi because you don't want to be left out, then why can't you do the same for something that will turn your life over, something that will transform you? As simple as 1,000 naira course, some people will feel like, I don't have money. Even 500 naira course, something that they know that if they study it, probably they can start making something out of it. People will just still feel like, women especially, believe me, they'll still feel like, I don't have 500, 500 naira, that is too much for me, that I don't even have money for sub. You have money for subscription. As long as you are making efforts to come online every day, as long as you can afford not to be on Facebook every day, as long as you can afford not to miss out chats on WhatsApp, you can afford not to post on your status, or you can afford not to view other people's status, you can make the same effort to something else that will better your life. Now let's talk about timing. Let's even say the money is there or you struggle to make the money. How about time? Somebody will say, I don't have the time. I'm into so many other things. I'm into many things. I can never have the time. Maybe I'll have the time next time. Maybe if I can get some 2 hours, I'll be able to do this. You will never get that 2 hours. You will never get that 2 hours to do that thing you have wanted to do. So you have to prioritize. Out of no time, you have to make out time for something that is important to your life. You can spend the next 30 minutes, the next 1 hour, just audit your life and see how you are the problem. Audit your life, audit your daily activities. For example, how do you do that? When you wake up in the morning, what is the first thing that you do? Let's say you stand up, you cook, you eat. What next? You carried your phone and you started strolling and strolling. Before you know it, 1 hour. Before you know it, 1 hour, 30 minutes. And then at the end of the day, you realize that out of about 8 hours in a day, you have used nothing less than 5 hours to look at your phone. And looking at your phone is not just about looking at your phone. You have used like 5 hours. That 5 hours is not a straightforward 5 hours. 30 minutes here, 1 hour here, 45 minutes here. You have used accumulative 5 hours to scroll Facebook, to scroll TikTok, to scroll Twitter. I don't even know. I'm not even on Twitter, so I don't even understand how people manage there. But I know TikTok is the trendy one. TikTok and Facebook. You've used like 5 hours of your life scrolling, and then later you come back and say that course that you bought, you didn't have time to study. or that book that you bought, you didn't have time to read it, or that skill that you've learned, you didn't have time to even apply it. You don't have time to start practicing it. You will never have the time. As long as social media is still there, as long as the addiction, we all are addicted to social media. But until you train your mind, until you always remember your dream, your goal, social media will take your life away from you. I'm not saying you shouldn't relieve yourself on social media, but I am saying that out of your no time, as long as you have time to scroll on social media for 1 hour, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, no matter how long you spend on it, you have that time. You have that time. We all are addicted to social media, but in one way or the other, we still try to do things behind closed doors, things that we know that is relevant to our life development. So it's going to transform our lives. And that is the difference between you and other people that you see thriving. You keep wondering, how are they making things happen? Are we not all just on this social media? No. Some people are so strategic about it. You will see them like maybe 12 o'clock in the night on Facebook. You'll be wondering why these people are maybe just wasting their lives. No. They might have probably used the whole of their day to do something productive for their lives. And then that is when they are relaxing. At that time, you are seeing them. For example, somebody accused me recently. I think I was on the phone, and one of my posts dropped on a page I am managing, and the person was like, "I am on the phone with you, and I just got a notification that you dropped a post." I didn't even drop that post at that time. I didn't drop that post at that time. I had already scheduled the post, like. I can't even remember when I scheduled it. Something can just come to my mind. I'll go to one of my pages that is relevant to that thing. I'll just schedule that post, and I won't even know when it drops. It is when I come to Facebook that I will see that your scheduled post have dropped. So, but people will not know. But you can see my post at 7 a.m. in the morning, and you'll be wondering if that is what I'm using the whole of my life to do. If I didn't sleep overnight, I woke up, the first thing I'm doing is posting on Facebook. And that's because you don't even understand that people can schedule posts far ahead, months ahead, weeks ahead, day ahead. So if you are looking at that, and you are comparing yourself with that kind of people and say, after us, people are still doing, no, before you know it, time will pass. Time will pass. I am someone that don't like putting pressure on people. I love to take things one step at a time, and I advise people to take things one step at a time. But I find it's just a flimsy excuse when somebody says, I don't have the time to do something. We all have that time. We all have that time. Sometimes 24 hours might not be enough for us, but if we audit the way we spend that 24 hours, we realize that we spend most of it on things that are not adding any value to our lives. So I'm urging you today, your hunger to develop yourself. How hungry are you to develop yourself? How hungry are you to pursue that thing that you have always wanted to go after? How hungry are you to bring that idea to life? You have something going through your head and you just feel like this is not the right time. When is it ever going to be the right time? So your hunger for success, your hunger for self-development, your hunger to do that thing you have always wanted to do is what will push you to stand up and say, enough of what I've done on Facebook this afternoon until evening or until night again. It is that your hunger that will make you silence your phone for at least 1 hour and face that thing that you have always wanted to face. So please, this every day is another opportunity for us. It is not too late unless you've made up your mind that it is too late. Even if you think, oh, time has gone, age is no longer on my side, I don't think I can do this anymore. There are things I wish I had done like 10 years ago. But you know what? Complaining, blaming myself and saying, if only I had done it 10 years ago where I can't do it anymore. No, I will still do it. Or there are things that I would say in my mind that if I start doing the things now, this thing is going to take me like 3 or 4 years. So, and by that 3 or 4 years, I'll be like 40, 45 years. If I'm thinking like that in my head, the thing is, even if I don't do it, even if I don't take that step, I am still going to clock that age if God wills. So your age will keep going. Either you do what you have always wanted to do or you abandon it. So why not just do it? I hope I've been able to pass my message this morning. Whenever I say things like this, believe me, I say it out of concern. And I say it as, it's also like a reminder to me. Empower your mind. Empower your mind. Get hungry. Be very hungry when it comes to something that will transform your life. Be very hungry to go after it. It is your hunger that will make you not look back. It is your hunger that will make you to look away. When somebody is talking about 20,000 naira Shebi, and you know that 20,000 naira can teach you something, or you can use it to learn something that will add value to your life. It is your hunger for success that will make you so down low, that will make you go after someone that you know that is very, very low in status, is very, very low in age compared to you. It is your hunger for success that will make you bring yourself low, bring yourself down to somebody that you know that can benefit your life. Whatever situation you found yourself, even if they take your money, they take your wealth, they take your, if you have a car, they take your car, if you build a house, they take your, if they take everything away from you, you see, whatever you've got in your head, whatever skill you've learned, whatever book you've read, whatever degree you've managed to get, nobody can take that away from you. And that is why you need to empower your mind. You need to have that empowered mentality. You need to be hungry for success. You need to do something that you feel proud of yourself. Do it. Today is 14th of August. Use the next 16, is it 16 days that is remaining in this August? Yes. Use the next 16 or 17 days that is remaining in this August to prioritize just 2 hours of your day reading that book that you have abandoned. Use 2 hours of your day to go on YouTube and study that thing that you have always wanted to study. And see if you would not thank yourself at the end of August. That 2 hours seems like a big deal, but you can spend more than that on Facebook without you knowing. So go after what is important to your life. Thank you very much. I hope you have a great week. I hope you have a fulfilled week. I hope I have changed your energy this morning. If you've loved this video, please give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.